Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie. If you are new here, please do subscribe down below. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. So if you do want to see how I achieve this look, just keep watching. So first thing, I'm going to moisturise. So I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream for the eyes. So I pop that on my ring finger, and that just goes on my eyelids and underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to put on some face cream. I'm currently using Nivea, just some Nivea cream, but obviously use whatever you have. So as you can see, my face goes quite red when I put cream on, so I'm just going to wait for that to settle down a little bit and then for the cream obviously to be absorbed as well. So the next thing I do is foundation. I use Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. I actually found this thanks to Nikki Tutorials. So I'm going to mix the shades 00B Light and 02 Natural, and these two together are kind of my perfect shade. So something that a lot of beauty YouTubers don't do is put it on with their fingers, which is actually what I do. It's a lot easier than a sponge or a brush, and also you don't then have brush strokes, brush marks everywhere. So I'm just going to put one, I'll show you once I've done it. So I kind of put half a pump of each on my hands, mix them together, and then that goes on my face like a moisturiser basically. So I'll put a little bit on my forehead just to make sure I get some on there. And then go down onto my cheeks and my chin. And then I just start to work it into the skin and make sure it's on properly. I'm sorry that I'm looking into the viewfinder. I don't have a mirror here because I'm actually in my bedroom, because the bathroom is fine but the lights are quite dark and orangey, but also the fan is super loud. And I don't think you'd be able to hear me talking if I was in there. So that base looks fine. I do have quite a few spots here that I'm going to cover up with some concealer. And so for that I use the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and this is in the shade 4. Look at this, how it's gone all the way up the brush. Anyway, I just dab it onto my spots. I also have a bit of redness around my nose here, so I'm just going to add a little bit there. A little bit on my forehead, and then I also have a spot here at the moment, so I'm just going to dab a little bit on there. Okay, I have a lot of spots at the moment. That should do. And then so I'm going to blend this on with the Real Techniques brush. I have no idea what this is called, but I've had this years. So I'm just going to blend this in using that. So I'll kind of pat and do circular motions a little bit. So what I sometimes do if I want a lighter look is actually I don't do the foundation and I just do the concealer on my spots. So if you want something a little bit lighter, you could try that otherwise as well. So you can already see what a huge difference that made to my skin and my complexion, hiding the spots. The next thing is to make me look less like a moon face. So I know some people set the foundation straight away using powders, but I actually do my bronzer and my blusher first and then my powder afterwards. So I actually put on my bronzer and my blusher before I powder the whole of my face. I feel like it goes on smoother, so I'll show you what I do for that. So I'm using the Rimmel Sun Bronze 22. This is old and it's battered. You can see it's not even... I know I've hit pan, but it's still going. I still enjoy it. For this I use a Sephora brush. This is like a... don't know what it's called. I'm not a beauty person. Like, it's dense. And then I swirl that in there, tap off the excess. And this goes just here in my cheeks and up on my temple a little bit. I don't do my forehead, under my chin, I don't do my nose, anything like that. I just keep it super simple. And then I use the Clarins Blush Porridge in Sunset Coral 04. I've had this for absolute years and it's still got so much product left, so I'll keep using it. And it's kind of just my shade now. Do you know how people have their shade? I feel like this is my shade of blusher. It's natural and glowy. It's not too pinky, it's not too brown. So I'll just put that on my cheeks. Again, I don't put any on my nose. I don't think my nose needs to be pink. Or my forehead. And then now is when I set everything with powder. So at the moment I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in Neutral. So this comes with one of the pads in the bottom. I tried to use it once, but it's so unpractical. I just don't get it. And so I use a big Sephora brush. This is like a big powder brush. And then I basically put this on everywhere just to lock in the foundation and concealer. And it also helps me from being a bit sweaty. And then I actually put a tiny bit on my cheeks just to blend the bronzer and blusher. So that's my base done. I'm so sorry about the light changing. I'm sat by a window and it keeps going light and dark, so I apologise for that. Anyway, next up I do my eyebrows. So I use the NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. So I have super dark brows. These are natural, I don't dye them. They're pretty much black. So I just brush my eyebrow hairs up. And then obviously because they're quite bushy, they don't need a lot of work. But I do need to often fill in the front here because I had microblading and she kind of stopped higher than where it needs to be. So I'd kind of fill it in a little bit along the bottom. And then along the edges as well, so I'll show you what I do for that. Just do little hair-like strokes. I often go along the top a little bit just to define the shape a little bit more. So that's my brows done. Next up I apply mascara to the top lashes and I'm using Voluminous Million Lashes. I don't know who that's by. It's a gold packaging. I guess it's like Rimmel or L'Oreal or something. I don't know. Anyway, I use that. So I only put mascara on the top because I've got quite long lashes along the bottom and don't like the spider eye look. So I often do quite a light layering, but then I can build it up if I want to do like a nighttime kind of look. But I just give them a quick little coat of mascara. and I always every single time get it on my eyelids, so I can't really do eyeshadows because I think, you know, I just end up messing it all up. Anyway, I'll get that in a moment. I'll do the other side. So the excess bits that I get on my eyelid, I actually use a cotton bud, put it in my mouth, use my saliva. Maybe gross, I don't know. And then just wipe it off. It's just a super easy way of tidying it up, basically. Okay, I feel like I put more mascara on that side than that side, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Just to even it out a little bit. Good. When I'm doing my makeup, if I see a couple of little hairs, I will just pluck them out as well, just to tidy up a tiny bit. But I'm not obsessed with my brows. I know some people do them every day or every week. I'm not that girl. And then the last step is lipstick. I don't always use lip liner, to be honest. So at the moment my favourite is the MAC Velvet Teddy. So I'm just going to pop that on and then we're good. And so that is my everyday makeup complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe down below, give me a big thumbs up and comment your favourite step of the makeup routine.